Joining us now, Ryan and Gino, Road America superstars, we'll say. You guys have such a big event coming up this weekend. Tell us what you guys are doing.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Well, this weekend is the Road America Indycar weekend. We're going to have about anywhere from 75,000 to 100,000 fans coming out to watch the Indycar race, and then Gino and myself will be participating in the Pirelli World Challenge event, which will feature sports cars from all different makes and marks. And I think we have something like 6 races throughout the course of the weekend.
Oh, so super busy. You guys are expecting really big crowds, right?
Absolutely.
75 to 100,000 people per day, maybe even exceeding those numbers.
Wow, that's incredible. I got to know, how did you guys get started? What piqued your interest? How did you get in these cars?
I won a game show. So that's how, no, I'm kidding. My dad before me was a crew chief in motorsports, and so I kind of followed in the family business and was very fortunate to make a career from a mechanic into a pro driver. So that's kind of my background.
So, and ironically, and not even staged this way, my father was also in the car business and always fell in love with cars and speed and things like that. I raced bicycles for years. I raced sailboats. I did a whole bunch of different things.
So you've always had that passion
for
just
kind of
racing.
always had that racing passion, and then about 15, 20 years ago, I started out with the club racing, which is kind of the same way Ryan started, but Ryan went a little bit quicker through the system, and then until finally a few years ago started with the pro racing.
Awesome. What's the competition like?
It's the hardest thing you'll ever do in your life with your clothes on, I think. You basically, it's one of those things where you're on the limit of crashing yourself, you know, because you're trying to get the most out of a car that you can. But then at the same time, it's you're battling other people out there. So not only are you trying to extract the most you can from yourself, you also are trying to not get run over by somebody else, crash into somebody, you know, not break the car or do anything stupid, cause a crash, things like that. So it's just, it's like riding a roller coaster with your one eye open, one looking forward, one looking backwards kind of thing.
But
It's crazy.
The adrenaline.
Exactly.
That's the fun part of it. What is your favorite part when you're in there?
You know, I like the starts. The start of the race is always exciting because you just never know what's going to happen or where people are going to go. I also like the finish, believe it or not, because you're either you're either standing on top of the podium or it's kind of the disappointment. But it's the racing in between that is so much strategy going on. There's not just a guy in a car driving to go fast. There's so much strategy. I have a teammate in my BMW that we work together in certain situations, and
I mean, you're constantly thinking, constantly plotting your next move.
Right. Yeah. You're looking ahead of your car. You're not looking right in front of your car. You're looking at what everyone else is going to do. That's where a lot of the excitement comes from.
For people who are coming out there, what do you hear? What's their reaction? What is their favorite part of something like this weekend?
I think the thing about road racing in general, especially with the IndyCar Series and the Pirelli World Challenge Series, is that you can actually walk up to the trailers and see the mechanics working on the car, whereas some of the other types of racing like NASCAR or Formula One, it's a bit more of a challenge to get close to the vehicles and then also the drivers. So I think one of the things about a track like Road America, it's so fan accessible. You can get very close to the racetrack. They did a great job of putting up a lot of large big screen monitors out there so you can kind of see what's going on for the corners that you're not watching from. And then you also get to interact with the drivers and crew guys pretty up close and personal, and something that you'll remember for the rest of your life.
Oh, that sounds absolutely awesome. All right, guys, thanks so much for being with us. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks for having us.
For more information about this weekend and all the races, visit our website.